Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am MagicRy, and this is my buddy
SpartanSteve.
and a coin.
A coin.
The coin is my real friend. So this week, ladies and gentlemen, we have upgraded. We now have blue balls.
Blue balls?
We have an original orange bowl, as you all know, but we.
I gotta say, having blue bowl is very frustrating.
It is. It's kind of aggravating because we couldn't get our orange bowl, so now we have blue balls.
Blue bowl. All right.
Okay.
Flip.
Yeah, flip it.
All right. Here we go. Yeah! Not in the bowl at all.
Redo it. Doesn't count. It has to be in the bowl.
All right.
The bowl is mandatory.
Okay.
Do it. Get into the bowl.
Tails! Yes!
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's because MagicRy has been making me review a bunch of stuff. I wanted to make him review something.
Not that it's rigged or anything. We legit threw it in the bowl, like as you can all see.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna make me review?
Are you ready?
No.
I am going to make you review 2011's Thor. Now, I want you to rewind back to when this came out. The only Avengers-related movies were Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, and then Thor. Captain America wasn't out yet, and forget the sequel, The Dark World. Strictly off Thor. So, tell me, what was your first impression when you came off this movie?
Like when I came out of the movie.
Okay, better question. Were you excited for it? Like you saw the trailer.
I was excited for it, but you know what? I honestly went in with not super high expectations because I knew, hey, it's Thor. I mean, it's kind of unrealistic. He's a god. I mean, we've actually spoken about this a couple times before in our previous review. If you've seen the Captain America Winter Soldier one, we've actually dabbled on Thor a bit. But when I walked out of the movie, I have to say I was not all that impressed. I hate to say it, but it was just
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it. It wasn't very well done. But hey, in my mind, I thought it's hard to work with Thor. He's a superhero with stupidly amazing powers. I mean, how are you really going to formulate that into a movie? So, I mean, it kind of met my expectations in a way, but at the same time, it was like, nah, I wouldn't really want to rewatch it.
See, I thought your first impression was particularly good because your first impression of the Thor character in general came off Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and he's really annoying in that, so I thought, when you saw this, oh, he's a little more likable this time.
Literally, if you guys have ever played Marvel Ultimate Alliance, Thor does not shut up. He just, even when he's in your menu, he's still talking, and you're just, trying to pause the game to get him to shut up for 20 seconds. It's like my mom walks into the room and Thor's talking to me, and she's asking me who I'm talking to. Anyway, so he was significantly less annoying and much better looking than he was in Ultimate Alliance.
Do you like the actor, Chris Hemsworth?
I love Chris Hemsworth, but he does kind of play the same person in every movie, which is him. But I still love the actor.
What other movies has he been like this?
Well, Cabin in the Woods. He sounds like Thor. I mean, he's one of those characters that I can never picture him outside Thor now. He's always going to be Thor to me.
So the problem was, you said it was underwhelming. Not enough action, or...
So, I'm going to say this.
I should say this, I'm not, trying to, defend this movie. I, too, think it's, okay, but I think it's kind of rewatchable.
It was very okay.
It's not bad.
It was very okay. And why I say this is because, without spoilers, but Thor is human for half the movie. And,
So it's like Hercules. It's Disney's Hercules, the Norse Marvel movie.
That's it. It's like Hercules, except the reverse Hercules.
Yeah.
Where Hercules always has his powers. He's just I guess he's human for half the movie too. But Hercules is Disney, so I'm not going to complain about that.
See, the first time I saw this movie, I think the reason I liked it was compared to other origin stories we were getting at that time. Captain America wasn't out yet, and we didn't get amazing X-Men movies just yet. I think First Class actually came out around the same time, but the only ones I really had to go off of were Batman Begins or the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. So that's why I kind of liked it. It's a little predictable. Its comic relief is a little but what about the action? I thought the action was good when it was there.
Yeah, when it was there, that's it. There was scarce action. Like, at the very good beginning of the movie, there's kick-ass action. It's so awesome. He's with his buddies, and he's just owning, like, a legion of bad guys, and it's so damn cool. So basically, in this movie, Thor, the bad guys were known as the Frost Giants.
The Frost Giants.
Frost Giants. I was actually right about that.
At first.
And, okay. I didn't mention this, but Loki. I mean, that's really all I need to say. If any of you know anything about the Avengers or anything about that world.
Oh, you mean like he's a strong point?
He's Loki. He's the best part of any of these movies.
Yeah, but did you get that when you first saw us? Because he only, like, started to shine through, like,
No,
in Avengers.
I loved him immediately. I thought he was Tom Hiddleston. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
He's an excellent actor. And he just, like, he set the tone. And the problem with him was that he was so much better than everyone else.
And you didn't get too much with him. He was a little underplayed. So
He was a little in the first Thor. In this one, he was a little more underplayed. I mean, he was Thor's brother, and like he struggled with his oh my god, how do I say it? He struggled with like his humanity, who he was, pretty much.
Right,
his humanity.
because we're not gonna like spoil the movie, but like
Yeah,
you get a little bit of development, and you kind of feel sorry for him.
You do in a sense,
but
but
he's
I mean,
heartless.
He's heartless, but I mean, like, he was put in a bad situation, but at the same time, like, he was pretty pampered. I don't fully agree with why he turned out the way he did. But anyways, I won't get much into that in case you haven't seen the movie. But for Avengers' sake, I would recommend that you do watch it, because
oh yeah, you definitely
you want to know who the character is. I mean, like, Natalie Portman's in it.
I was gonna ask you, like, what do you think of the love interest?
Yeah,
like,
she's very okay.
Yeah, I've just seen Natalie Portman do better in other movies.
She has. I mean, Natalie Portman is an excellent actress.
Portney.
She was great in Black Swan. If you've ever seen the movie, it's a dancing movie.
And V for Vendetta. Like, I think that's her best role.
Easily. But anyways, we're not going to get into that. But, so the scene is set. They're in the land of Asgard.
See, I thought that was the strong point of the movie. Like, Asgard was, like, super well done. Of course, you leave it.
It was cool. I mean, yeah, he does leave it, but it was cool. It was well done, I guess. I mean, it looked like Star Wars City to me.
Well, I think, like, that's because a lot of CGI cities, like, all started to blend into the same thing.
That's it. Oh, there was that guy, I can't remember his name. He had this sword, and, like, he could see everything, but he'd, like... This funny character.
Oh, you mean the Gatekeeper?
The Gatekeeper. What's his name?
Heimdall. Heimdall, he's right there. You probably can't see it, but he's under the R.
He had the coolest eyes I've ever seen in my life. I just wish I had those eyes.
Do you feel like Anthony Hopkins collects a paycheck in this movie? Like, or
yes.
do you think he does well?
No, he collects a paycheck. I'm sorry. He really doesn't do well. He was the king. He was Thor's dad. He was kind of scarcely in the movie.
He's also asleep half the movie.
And he's asleep half the movie. He's weak as hell for a guy that's a king. He's so damn weak. They picture him as like this, like in the very beginning, they picture him as this super strong, tough guy. But he's a weak ass. He's so weak.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you've seen The Dark World, I'm not going to say anything, but he's a damn weak ass.
Yeah, that's true. Now, we won't go into The Dark World because we're reviewing the first one, but I do want to say, like, in that movie, in the sequel that came out last year, you got more of Asgard. Like, it looked like a living place. But I don't know if you noticed, in this one, really, when you were in Asgard, you got 3 different rooms. And, I don't know if you know this, but the person who directed this movie was Kenneth Branagh, and he, like, directed every William Shakespeare adaptation, like he did Hamlet and whatnot. And if you think about it, in Thor, there's, like, only 10 characters, and whenever it's in Asgard, you get 3 rooms, so it's more like a stage play. Like, did it feel like Shakespeare when you watched this?
Not exactly, but, I mean, Thor. Thor and Shakespeare are a bit different. But
Yeah, I know, but, like, the approach.
yeah, I guess.
Well, think about it. There's only 3 rooms, and every scene in Asgard is them just walking in and then having a conversation or a confrontation. Like, remember the scene where, okay, I don't want to spoil too much, but, like, his Thor's 3 friends, when he's down on Earth, like, go to talk to Loki, and Do you know what scene I'm talking about? Okay, like, it's literally a Shakespeare setup. You got, like, a king character here, and then 3 of them, and then once the scene's done, they exit. They exit the scene.
Yeah.
So it felt so, like you were watching a play.
His 3 useless friends. I'm sorry, they have, like, a split second of coolness in the entire movie.
Xena, Jackie Chan, and Robin Hood, as the comic relief calls them.
Anyway, so, I mean, all in all...
Oh, no, wait, I want to ask one more
there's
question.
more.
Sorry,
Okay, yeah, no, it's okay.
Okay, back when this came out,
Yeah.
like, the 3 big superhero movies that everyone was waiting for were Thor, Green Lantern, Captain America: The First Avenger,
And Iron Man. Iron Man 2.
No, Iron Man 2 came out last year. The year before.
Oh, okay, then.
I think First Class came out? But anyway, like, those were, like, the 3, like, origin story movies. And I remember a lot more people were excited for Green Lantern. And no one was excited for Captain America, and Thor was, like, sort of, like, this middle ground. Compare the hype to the actual quality of the movies.
There wasn't much hype about Thor, I'm not gonna lie, there just wasn't. And even The Dark World, there wasn't much hype about it, because it was Thor, I mean, like...
No, not the Dark World, just the 2011 movie.
Just the 2000.
Like, Green Lantern, everyone was excited for that. How was that?
I was super excited for the Green Lantern, and I was so disappointed, but I mean, like... Anyways, that will be another review.
The Marvel in me was, like, hoping this movie would be better. And it was better, but... Again, it's okay, but, like, Green Lantern really was much worse than we thought it was going to be.
It didn't... you know what? I think Thor kind of benefited from the fact that Green Lantern wasn't very good. It wasn't... Look... Don't get me wrong. I don't hate Thor, but I didn't like it. I'm not going to pretend that I thought it was a great movie. It wasn't.
And then 2 months you walked into Captain America.
That was probably the most underrated of the Marvel movies.
Did it make Thor hard to watch after?
It did. I thought Captain America was so much significantly better than Thor.
There are very different tones. Like Thor, I think Thor is kid-friendly. You could show it to kids, but then there's Captain America, like, you see, like, a Nazi go through a propeller.
No.
Yeah.
Captain America's not for children. But, yeah, Thor.
Oh, yeah.
So
I think I'm done here.
If I were to give it a rating, I would say a 6 out of 10. It's
really?
It's pretty harsh, but I mean, like,
okay.
That's along the lines of okay, but I have to say, the action was the redeeming qualities, even though there wasn't as much as I would like there to have been.
It's the beginning and the end, really.
You know, that's one thing, I don't want to compare them, but that's one thing I think The Dark World did a little better. There was a little more action, but mostly...
But as a movie,
yeah.
for The Dark World...
It's terrible, but
See, that's the funny thing about Thor. It's like, it's nothing you want to see, but at least it's done better than everything you wanted to see.
That's it. But you know what? Thor, again, I said this earlier in the review, but you can't go in with stupid expectations of a movie, of a god. He's a god with a hammer that can fly. I mean,
Yeah. He does that with a hammer.
Yeah. It was kind of cool, though, when he's, like, hitting crap.
When he's actually fighting... It's pretty
cool.
well done.
That's why I give it a 6. Honestly, I would have given it a lower rating had the action not been good. But the story, so horrible. The love interest, so useless.
It's a fish out of water story. It's sort
really
of like...
is.
It's like, I've seen better, I've seen worse. I find it, as far as like all the Avengers-related movies go, it's in the middle ground. I like it more than Iron Man 2. I like it more than Thor: The Dark World. Would you like Incredible Hulk more or less?
More.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't an amazing movie, Incredible Hulk, but I like it more than Thor. But this isn't compare reviews, so
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10 on the spot reviews. Sorry if you like the movie, I don't care. I love you guys.
It's our reviews. You're not always gonna agree with us.
That's okay.
All right, guys. Take care.
Cross the rainbow bridge of Asgard, where the boom